It should start the engine. Okay, the window's a bit mucky. If you pull that lever towards you, now pull it up. There you go, that's it, let go again. Just push it down one click, that's it. We can see where we're going now, that's always a good start. Okay, now I want a quick practice at steering. So when you're out on the go-kart track, show me how you turn the wheel full lock to the right. Okay, we're not going to do that today like that. In the centre of here is an airbag. If your hand is in front of it and the airbag went off, it's going to hit your hand at 200 miles an hour. So, feeding the wheel through, passing it from hand to hand. So turn the wheel back to me. That's it, and again. Try not to cross them over, just pass it up to the top, swap hands, bottom, swap hands. That's it, well done. Keep it going like that. Now I need you to get the wheel straight. Difficult to remember sometimes how much you've steered. In this car we have cameras. Press the cameras button, and then the one that looks like a camera, and you'll see there are 5 cameras. Those are covered in mud at the front. If you press special views though, you'll see that these cameras are pointing down at your front wheels. Okay, so that means if there was a sharp rock or something, that you could avoid it without hitting the tyres and puncturing the tyre. Turn this dial from P for park to D for drive. Hands on the wheel. As soon as you let go of the brake now, the car's going to want to move forwards. So we're going to go forwards. As your door mirror goes past the front of that car, you're going to turn to the left.
That way?
Left, this way.
Oh, that.
Okay. The other left, that's it.
Shall I wait?
Yeah, we'll just let them get out of the way first. Well, if you press that lever down, that's just going to tell the world that we're going to be turning left. Okay, so off the brake and turn to the left. Big turn, feed the wheel 3 hands. That's it, keep turning. That's it, straighten the wheel. Try not to go back on the power straight away. I want you to get used to how the car handles before we start speeding up. Round to the left here for me. Now give us a tiny little press of that accelerator. That's enough. But you can feel how sensitive it is, can't you? Yeah. So we want to be keeping the car slow at all times today. The key to driving off-road is to drive as slow as possible without actually stopping. Okay, so slow as possible, fast as necessary is the saying that we use. We're going to have a quick practice with the pedals now. So very gently, squeeze the right pedal. You'll see that number 3 there will change. That's your speed. So when you squeeze that pedal, I want you to get us up to about 10 miles per hour. That's it. Keep your eyes on the track for me and just quickly glance at that number. That'll do. That's it. Now, the brake pedal is even more sensitive, so don't need to do anything yet, but I'm going to ask you to stop the car in a moment. It's just little tiny movements with that brake, okay? So very gently, I want you to squeeze the brake to a nice gentle stop. A bit more. Okay, it's just tiny little movements and it stopped straight away, didn't it? Okay, and you'll notice as soon as you let go of the brake, what happened to the car?
It starts moving forward again.
It does, okay. So if you want to stay still, you have to keep your foot on the brake. Okay, gently back on the accelerator for me. David to FRU, just to let you know I'm going to do some target braking. Okay, as your mirrors get by this tree that's all been cut back, I want you to very gently stop the car. So keep going for me. Now, if I look like the Churchill dog when you do this, that means you press the brake too hard. Okay, so keep it going. Now, very gently on the brake. Perfect, well done. Away you go again. That's good. All right then, that's it, just keep it going. Well done, keep going for me. That's it. So when we're driving through the mud, and there is going to be quite a bit of it in certain places today, we need to make sure that the way you're using the pedals right now is exactly what you do. Look at the track for me. I know you're just being polite, Benjamin. I won't be offended if you don't look at me though. Look where you're going. Okay. Shows that you've been brought up correctly, so that's good. But look at the road, I won't be offended, I promise. Okay. Yeah, we want to be using those pedals nice and smoothly and gently, just like you're doing at the moment. And the reason for that is if we use the brake or the accelerator too harshly as we're driving through the mud, we're going to skid or lose control of the car. So it's all about being controlled and smooth. Okay. Now the other thing that you've got to think about as the driver, it's your job to choose the route and the speed that we drive at. So you've got to look at the terrain and think about where you want the car to be positioned and how fast you want to go. So imagine this road, it's more, see if you can get the pheasants. Stop there for me. Okay, now we're not quite straight, so turn the wheel back to you to get the wheel straight. Keep turning, that's it. Into drive. Now look at the track ahead of you. Think about how deep the ruts are on the left side. We want to try and keep out the deepest parts. We want to keep it really slow, just a couple of miles per hour, but we don't want to stop. Okay, so ease off the brake and try and keep us in the centre of the track. A bit more to the right for me. A bit more. That's perfect. Keep it like that. That's it. Just as you are, keep it perfect still. Don't worry, that's just the rut. That's fine. A little tiny bit of gas just to get you going, and then off the power again. That's okay, don't worry.
Well, this is proper off-road, isn't it?
It is. Okay, now we can't see how deep that water is, can we?
No.
So how fast do you want to go through there, do you think?
10?
No. 2. Okay. If there was a great big pothole or a big boulder underneath the surface of the water, imagine what would happen if you hit it at 10 miles an hour.
It's gonna hurt.
It would flip the car. Okay. At the very least, it would rip the tyre off the wheel. Okay. So we don't want to be doing that. Now this next bit is very deep. Okay. This car can cope with water up to its number plates. Okay, so 500 millimeters of water. Okay, when this, you'll see in a moment that this car drives through. It's when I say number plates, the front number plate I'm talking about, by the way. It's right up to the limit of what the car can cope with. Okay, but what we can show you is that this car has sonar, wade sensing sonar, so it will detect how deep the water is for us. If you press special views, sorry, home menu, then extra features, and then wade sensing, and then continue. So that's just a warning saying don't drive through anything more than 500 millimeters. Through the water as slow as we can without stopping. So you might even need the brake here. Try and keep us in the centre of the track, a bit more to the right. That's it. There we go, keep it like that. Okay, so as the front of the car dips down into the water, a bit more to the right for me. You can see it's detecting how deep the water is. A little bit of back gas, that's it. So that's right on the limit of what the car can cope with. A bit more gas, a bit more. Excellent, well done. Okay, that was really well done. You might see some steam coming from the car now. It's nothing to worry about, it's just where the hot brakes or the hot engine has been in the water.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so if you press home menu again, and then cameras, you'll be able to turn the cameras back on. The one that looks like a camera, and then special views. You can see the front cameras are covered in mud, so there's no point in using them because we've just driven through that water, it all gets caked in mud. Okay, nice and slowly forward then. And again, part of your task is to plan the route. So looking at the route here, which has got the smallest holes? The one on the left or one on the right?
One on the right.
Okay, so keep to the right for me then, as slow as we can. That's it, well done. Excellent. Making my job easy, keep it going. That's it. So the key is to go as slow as you can, because that is most sympathetic to the car as well, but it also gives the tyres the best grip. Eyes on the track for me. That's it. Because if you turn too quickly, the wheels will just lose grip and spin. If you just gently stop the car, keep going till you can see over the hill. So keep going. That's it, bit more power, bit more, bit more. Okay, now you can see, you can assess it and decide, is it safe to carry on?
Yes.
Yep, but when we're going down a hill, especially a steep one, we want to follow the full line. So imagine I stood here with a bucket of tennis balls and I tipped the tennis balls over. The route the balls would roll down the hill is the most natural route that the balls for the car to drive as well.
Yep.
So that's the route we want to follow. So it's not a perfectly straight line in this one.
No.
Because it goes round kind of like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So that's the route we want to follow. So that's the first thing we check. Second thing, is the hill descent control still turned on and set to the lowest setting? Third thing, are our wheels straight? Do we know where we're pointing?
Yes.
Because we always want to start off in a straight line so we know where we're going. Okay? When you're ready, off the brakes and off you go. Yeah, we went round and tested some other parts of the course to see whether they'd be safe for us to drive up and down the hills, because we had lovely weather all last week and we thought, oh great, we can get onto some of the more extreme stuff.
Yeah.
But because of the heavy rain that we had last night, it's just like a toboggan. You just slide all the way down. So hence why you're not allowed to do those ones.
Okay.
That's it. So follow the track to the right for me. That's it, all the way around, a little bit of power. That's it, keep it going, bit more, bit more, bit more. Be brave. That's it, bit more power. Because here the ground's quite firm, so we know that we're not going to be sinking in the mud and skidding. Keep going. That's it, keep going. That's it, just follow the track round to the left. So staying on that power now.
Thanks for that.
Keep going. A bit more to the right so you're away from the farmer's field. I don't think he's planted anything in there, but I don't want to find out the hard way. That's it, keep the power on, just keep it going for me, and at the end we're turning left. Now this part of the track is a lot firmer than the other parts we've been driving on, so if you're feeling safe and you want to go a bit quicker, you can do. Okay, as long as you remember that when we come to the bends, you've got to slow down again. Okay, so in the straight lines, if you want to go faster, you can do. So it's up to you. Now there's a bend coming up here, so you haven't got to brake, just take your foot off the power. That's it. And follow it round. Well done. Now as we're coming out of the corner, gently back on the power. That's it. That's what racing drivers do. That's it. Keep the power on. Because we can see quite well and the ground's quite firm, it's safe to go a little bit quicker. But again, part of your role is to plan ahead. So keep going, but look all the way down the track. Can you see there's a sharper bend coming up?
Yeah.
Yeah, keep that power on for now. Keep it going. That's it. Good stuff. Now, as we approach the bend, keep going for me. But at this point, just start to lift off the power again and gently back on, just to keep the momentum going. That's it. A bit more. Excellent. And then, because we can see straight again, back on the power.